Nice. Well, hello, everybody. I'm very excited to be here today. My name is Emmett. I'm the head of sales and business development over here at Bodhi. And it is my pleasure to be hosting our webinar on how to deliver a winning customer experience without the heavy lift. Learn how you can quickly empower your operations team with Bodhi Starter. Just by way of quick introductions and background, I've been at Bodhi, working with the Bodhi team here for over 3.5 years. And before that, I've spent my entire career in the solar energy industry. Solar energy is something that I'm passionate about, and that passion leads to the excitement for what I have to share with you guys today. So before we jump into it, just quick agenda for some expectation settings. So first, discuss, why does customer experience matter? The answer is because it can help you make more money. Then from there, I will jump into an actual Bodhi product demo, showcasing the homeowner facing side of our new Bodhi Starter product. Then after that, once you guys have context for what the solar customers can see, at that point, I'll jump into the installer side of Bodhi Starter. Then when that concludes, be happy to address any questions, and we'll be taking signups for Bodhi Starter trials. And so with that, we are off. So just quick background on our organization, Bodhi. We are a group of professionals made up of solar pros, software pros, and we've all come together around the opportunity to improve the solar customer experience with the goal of accelerating solar adoption. And this is a big challenge in the industry, and we are laser focused on coming to market with a very effective tool for you guys to use towards that goal. So with Bodhi, we talk about the solar customer experience a lot. And previously, a few months ago, I led a webinar on the value of solar customer experience. And that whole webinar, I thought, really boiled down to this one slide that I presented about why you really should care about offering an amazing customer experience. And to communicate that just in very direct and simple terms, I like to use this analogy of two different cars that exist. So on the left, we have the Porsche Panamera, which is available for $92,000. And then on the right, we have a perfectly wonderful PT Cruiser that you can buy for $5,000. Both of these vehicles are cars with four doors, four doors, four wheels, and they get you to where you're going. So why would anybody pay $90,000 for a Porsche when you can achieve that same job for $5,000 with the PT Cruiser? And if you ask anybody who buys that Porsche, they'll tell you that the Porsche is faster, it's more luxurious, more fun to drive. And then if you take a step back from all of those answers, all of those reasons, what you'll see is that they're explaining that the Porsche offers a better experience for that driver. And that experience is what that customer is paying that extra $87,000 for. And so, looking at the auto market, really interesting phenomenon is that these four brands of Porsche, Tesla, BMW, and Subaru have the highest customer satisfaction across the automotive industry. And no coincidence at all, they also have the highest gross margins across the auto. And so now the opportunity for us in the solar business is, how can we extend this amazing customer experience to our customers and then capture the value that amazing customer experience creates? And delivering an amazing customer experience, it's way easier said than done, especially in the solar industry, where we have these tremendous external challenges just slapping us in the face constantly. So one of the first challenges that we've identified that solar businesses have with this customer experience is that their existing customers will communicate with you over all sorts of random channels: text, email, app, phone, WhatsApp, Instagram, what have you. And with that, then the challenge that it creates is, how do you guys stay on top of all of these different inbound correspondences from your existing customer? I think every solar professional has experienced that time where you email a customer, then you call the customer, leave a voicemail, and then that customer just texts you back or hits you up on whatever communication channel they prefer. And so how do we centralize all those communications so we never miss a message? Similarly, big challenge we have is that the customer data, documents and then that communication are just spread out everywhere. Customer documents especially is a just part of the business operation that is a major pain point for the solar customers and for plenty of solar businesses as well. And so all those warranty docs, change orders, various things, how do we stay organized with those to avoid customer frustration? And then on top of those, with the solar project, that solar installation, that project lifestyle can be an amount of time that the solar customers just aren't super excited about. What they're excited about is going solar. They want to see those solar panels installed, and they want to see that meter running backwards and savings on their electricity bills. And so all the time, what will happen for us in the solar industry is we have customers, we don't really hear from them. We think everything's going fine. And then at the end of the project, then that's when one way or another, we learn that the customer's upset about some things that we probably could have addressed had we known much earlier on in the process. And now we have a big fire drill internally as we address it and try to rectify the situation. This is a big post-sales headache. And for me personally, spending time on post-sales issues is my least favorite way to spend my day. I am much more excited about trying to close new business and execute projects than dealing with upset customers for a thing that I've already sold them. And then finally, one opportunity in solar that really excites me is in these residential solar projects, this equipment comes with 25-year plus warranties, right? And so when you sell a solar project, there is that lifetime customer relationship that is inherent in every residential solar sale that's made. And that's very valuable, not just for the immediate opportunities of pumping reviews and referrals from that growing customer base, but also as we trend into this electrified future. These customers are going to buy their first EV in the coming years, and they'll want to pay somebody to install an EV charger. They will want to add a battery. They will want to upgrade their solar panels when that becomes a thing. And there are all of these lifetime value opportunities that exist. But a major challenge that we've seen over and over again is that the end user, the solar customer, will quickly forget the name of the company that installed their solar, which is a real travesty because that company has usually paid a very high, well-documented customer acquisition cost. And now when that customer down the road wants to, realize those follow-on opportunities, they're very likely to go back to Google and type in, EV charger, battery installer in my area. And so the opportunity here is really in cultivating that long-term and profitable relationship between these growing regional solar businesses and your existing customer base. And so with that, we've had our core product, our enterprise grade product, Bodhi Pro, on the market for several years now. And Bodhi Pro, it features deep integrations with the solar business's existing CRM and inverter monitoring platforms, all around the goal and opportunity of automating much of this post-sales communication, these post-sales, and removing these post-sales headaches. But in the past several years, the feedback that we've been receiving from numerous solar professionals throughout the industry, sales dealers, EPCs, so on, has been, hey, Bodhi Pro looks amazing. Would love to have this tool, but this deep integration that we need with our existing systems, it's for various reasons, it's untenable right now. What we really need is we need a tool that we can launch immediately that solves these core problems of helping our customers stay updated and happy at scale so that we can identify post-sale headaches early on and we can focus on executing our projects and closing more deals. And so with that, I'm very excited to move this webinar presentation over to the product demo of Bodhi Starter, where I'm excited to show you guys how you'll be able to upgrade your customer experience without the heavy lift, and how Bodhi Starter is the fastest way to better customer communications, 5-star reviews, and more referrals. So for this product demo, I'm going to break it up into two halves, really. So the first half, it's going to be me logging in as a solar customer, as a homeowner, to my Ranker Solar Bodhi portal. And this is to give you guys an idea of what the solar homeowner experiences through their end of Bodhi Starter. So the first thing that I really like to call out here on Bodhi Starter is that this includes white labeling for your business, addressing that fourth challenge I called out around keeping your brand front and center for your existing customer base so that those future opportunities are more likely to return to y'all in the future. So we work with you to brand Bodhi, and I'll show you on the back end how we set this up very quickly. With Bodhi Starter, we also provide Bodhi Starter as a mobile-first web app as well. So if your customer views Bodhi from their mobile device, they'll see this optimized mobile view where they can log in to self-serve and answer any questions they have about their existing solar project. Cool. All right, so the first time I log in to my Ranker Solar Bodhi portal, I get met with this new user onboarding screen. And this is really designed to help the user, me in this case, understand how to use Bodhi to self-serve and get the information I need at the tap of a finger. This next screen gives me a quick project recap. These details are input when my account is created. And for me as the solar homeowner, I'm seeing these familiar details, mission solar panels, excellent. I'm feeling reassured and confident in my decision to go solar. On this next screen, I learned that I'm able to message my project manager through Bodhi, who I've set up as my dog named Lava. And then finally, on the last screen, before I can get the information I came here for, which is what's my project status, I'm learning / being reminded that I can earn $1,000 for every referral that I provide to Lava Dog and Ranker Solar. So I'll skip past that. And here my Ranker Solar Bodhi project tracker has loaded. So now for me as a solar customer who's used to buying $30 worth of takeout food, and I know when that food is in the oven and dropped off at my doorstep, I now have a similar experience with my regional solar business, where at a glance, I can immediately see exactly where I am in my solar journey, and I know exactly what to expect next. With this simple functionality, this is going to just vastly reduce the mundane inbound post-sales correspondence from your existing customers who want to know what's my project status. On the next part of this demo, I'll show you how to customize this information and present it to your customers in a very simple and intuitive way. As we scroll down on the homeowner facing side of Bodhi, we can see this Bodhi status feed. And this is the log of all of my messages that Ranker Solar has sent me through Bodhi, starting with my welcome message, moving up to my most recent update, where I've been notified that my project's moved forward into the permitting stage. With that update, Ranker Solar has attached a very simple customer experience survey. And this is designed specifically to help with, I believe it was challenge 3 I called out, of understanding your customer sentiment well before it becomes too late. What our existing customers have been telling us about this functionality is that while it's rewarding to have your customers submit feedback that they're having a love it experience, much of the value in this functionality comes from giving your customers a very easy mechanism to communicate, hey, actually, my customer experience is going a little bit sideways, because now the solar business is able to understand that and then address much earlier in the process before that's blown up. With this interface for the solar homeowner, really our goal here is to help the customer self-serve and answer the question, what's going on with my solar between or post-contract signing? And questions that they might have regarding their solar include, where are my documents? What documents do I have? And so you're able to easily upload documents for your customer and keep those consolidated now so that both you and your customers don't have to navigate all over the internet through various inboxes to identify project docs. And then finally, I was speaking to this great opportunity of cultivating this lifetime value. And so generating referrals from your existing and happy customer base is a really tremendous value that we're able to help our partners to achieve. So what we're looking at here is this is my solar community, where these other yellow dots are other homes in my solar community that I live. Just for brevity, I won't go through this whole workflow. I just want to call out one specific feature for referrals, which I really think is pretty nifty. So now I'm an excited solar customer of Ranker Solar. I'm speaking with my neighbor, my friend who wants more information on solar. I can type in his name, email address, phone number, and hit give. But with this functionality, we also have integrations with the user's existing inbox of Gmail, Outlook, Yahoo, and iCloud, where they can easily send referral messages to their numerous contacts that they have saved in their inbox. But the feature I wanted to show you guys today was the share on social media functionality. And so one of the things that's really surprised me in my time at Bodhi is how often Bodhi users are actually sharing their updates on social media, especially Facebook. I personally have not really been super active on Facebook for some time, but what we've seen is that there are plenty of solar customers who are. So what I've done is I've just clicked that share on Facebook button, and I loaded this page a little bit too quickly. Oh. All right. Here is my post, which Facebook algorithm has decided is not worthy of my status feed right now, but it's here. It says, I love Marinker Solar. So when my Facebook friends will view their news feeds and see this update, they're curious, click on the Marinker Solar update. And then what's really cool about this is this shares for my Facebook friends details about my own specific solar project. So here's me, Emmett. I'm saving $600 a year on electricity. And what that does is that helps to social proof solar. It's a new technology. People are a little unwary of it. And so this way, solar customer can very quickly and easily begin their solar journey by punching in their address, home size, and then Bodhi will spit out powered by PV watts. It's a super simple solar estimate where that customer can now get in touch with you, schedule a meeting. And that's just one way that our partners are able to leverage Bodhi and this functionality to drive that lifetime value of their customers. Then last thing to mention here is one thing that we've seen over and over is when solar customers sign their contract to go solar, that's the moment when they realize, hey, maybe I should be learning about solar energy. And so within Bodhi, you also have these customizable educational resources where you're able to add information very specific to your business, why that customer's made a good decision going solar with you. Again, with the goal of helping you guys push your brand forward and owning that customer relationship, but then also in continuing to educate the solar customers. Since we know the more, the better they're able to speak to the benefits of solar, the more likely they are to convert their community into a solar community powered by your organization. And so that largely wraps up this homeowner facing side of this product demo. What I'm eager to do now is switch modes. I'm going to take off my solar customer hat and I'm wearing a solar Bodhi hat, so I guess that's not right. I'm going to now switch modes over to the backend or installer side of Bodhi. All right, so we're back on the Bodhi landing page. And the Bodhi landing page, this is where your customers are able to log in to understand what's going on with their project. And it's also the same page that the team members of my solar company, Marinker Solar, log in to interact with their Bodhi world. So first thing you see is good afternoon, Lava. I am Lava the dog project manager. And I have a list of my active homeowners. So these are customers who have gone solar with me, have signed my contract, and now I need to keep them updated as we fervently work to build out their solar project. First thing that I wanted to point out to our audience here is features and branding section of Bodhi Starter. So this is all default functionality of Bodhi Starter, where you're able to upload your company's branding and color scheme, even change fonts. And this way, our goal again is to help you guys push your brand forwards to own those customer relationships and capture that lifetime value. So you're able to have your own white labeled app, and we're able to set this up for you in seriously just a few minutes, which is something that's, we're all excited about, and the product and engineering team have worked very hard on to be able to achieve that. So now from the Bodhi dashboard view, I have my list of projects starting with Dan Spanko at the top, and then now we have Emmett Wilson. This is the project that we were just viewing on the homeowner facing side. You guys probably saw me log into Bodhi for the first time, And then you also saw me post that, hey, I'm having a 2-star experience there. And so with this feature that we call Bodhi Inbox, really the goal is to provide a single consolidated messaging platform for solar businesses so that you no longer need to be living in a separate text messages on your phone, separate inbox, maybe a separate CRM or a fourth thing. And so with Bodhi Inbox, what is really, really slick about this is these messages by default, we will send these from, or rather you will send these from your Bodhi Starter account to the customers. And then by default, these messages to the customers will go out over text and email and then be posted to the app as well. And that way, that solves that first challenge that I opened the presentation with, that we don't know how solar customers want to be communicated with, but we know for sure they want their project updates. And so this way you're able to hit them over those various channels and they can't get away from what they want to know, which is what's going on with their project. Now, how this gets extra valuable for solar project managers, especially, is when your customer replies to any of the updates that they've received from Bodhi, if they reply to it from their inbox as an email, that message will be posted to inbox and called out as an email. Or if they reply to a message through the Bodhi web app, it's called out as an app update. And then finally, if they just simply text message you back, then that is all logged here as well and called out as a text message. So there's no longer a need to be bouncing around various messaging systems, potentially missing a message, dealing with a frustrated customer for that reason. We're able to consolidate all of that communications within this one single view, single interface. There's also, in this customer experience, another challenge that can get frustrating for the customer where everybody at an organization is part of the customer experience: sales, project management, service, marketing. And if you want to know what's been communicated to the customer, what their expectations are, often you're navigating to the CRM, reading an inbox, reading an email thread, asking somebody what they told the customer. And so now within Inbox, you're able to view not just your specific messages in my messages, but if you are a manager, an owner, you can select all, and then you can view the total correspondence across any Bodhi user and your team and see who's been corresponding with them over what channels, and then have a whole log of what's been said. The last thing I haven't mentioned, I think yet, is phone calls is a really critical communication channel in this day and age. So internal notes field exists. Spoke with Emmett. He has a rabid dog. Watch out. Able to post your internal notes. And so now this way, my service tech can jump in here before he visits the customer. He can see that, hey, Emmett has a rabid dog, watch out. And then he can also come in here and say, hey, Emmett, it's me, the service tech. I'll be there this afternoon. Send that one off message. And now the service tech has kept his actual cell phone number private. The customer has received a consolidated, streamlined messaging where all these updates are coming from one phone number, and everybody's life is just a little bit simpler for it. So next thing to show off for you guys is how are we keeping that project tracker and the information that the homeowner's seeing within Bodhi up to date in a way that's quick and easy to manage for solar businesses. So I'll use my example here, Emmett Wilson, where presently I'm 40% of the way to being solar powered. And to update my project status, all I have to do is navigate down here to insert template. I'm currently in the permit stage, but I've done some work over the course of the week, and now it's time to get my customers updated. So I'm inputting the build template. I'll hit send an advanced project. And now Emmett's project has moved to 60% of the way to completion. My customer Emmett has just received this update over text, email, and it's been posted to his web app. So again, he's getting that update. And now over in homeowner view is where, should there be any confusion about what my customer Emmett is seeing in his Bodhi portal, I'm able to view the notification log, view his homeowner view, and this is exactly what my customer would be seeing. So should that be relevant to me, it's easy to uncover over there. Finally, last, maybe not last, but on documents. So I think this was pain point number or challenge number 2 that I called out, is staying organized with the documents. Chasing customers down for change orders is a frustrating and exhausting activity. So within Bodhi, you're able to easily upload documents just through the document upload button there. Once added, we have a built-in e-signature functionality for this starter product. So should you need your generic change order, so you just type in your simple message that goes along with the document you need signed, prepare your document. We're going to pull it in here, add your signature, whatever fields, and send it away. And now your customer, through email, web app, and text message, is going to receive that notification that they need to sign that change order to keep their project moving forwards. And this is what our partners are telling us, again, is just vastly reducing the amount of time and effort that they spend in a day chasing down change orders. Awesome. Last couple things that I want to point out here before we move to the Q&A section of Bodhi Starter is on that lifetime value of the customer relationship. So there's follow-on sales is a big bucket, but simpler, more immediate opportunities are going to be based around reviews and referrals. So within Bodhi, under the content section is where you're able to first modify your educational resources, but then also post your customized referral message, modify your FAQs, and then under custom templates, of course, is where you're able to modify your specific referral requests and review requests as well. And so now what I can do as a project manager, marketing manager, solar professional is I'll carve out a few minutes on my Friday afternoon, open up all of my customers, and I can just very quickly send each of these guys referral requests, review requests, what have you, right through Bodhi, as simple as that. This activity usually takes a lot of time. Reviews and referrals, kind of annoying, but the more you ask for them, the more you're going to get. There's tons and tons of tips and tricks, but that is one that's absolutely true. So through this functionality, it just makes it very easy for solar business now to come in, request those various follow-on, or rather value-add opportunities through the existing customer base. Last thing to call out here, just on the how Bodhi Starter is able to be customized, is these templates. You're able to customize these again to match the voice and branding of your business so that you can really continue to leverage your local presence in your local market. I would like to include some, perhaps I would say good news, I would say howdy, and then include some barbecue references is how I would probably do it for Marinker Solar. Very good. And so with that, that largely concludes my product demo of Bodhi Starter for today's webinar.
Great. Thanks so much, Emmett. Like I said, if anyone wants to stick around and ask any questions, Emmett is happy to answer them. So you can drop them in the chat. You can put them in the Q&A box. Maybe, Emmett, you could start us off by answering some of the common questions you've heard when you've demoed this to other folks. I don't know if one comes to mind, but it might help break the ice a little bit for the Q&A.
Yeah, for sure. So probably the two most common questions that we've received so far are, does Bodhi Starter have a CRM integration? And the answer to that question is no. By design, Bodhi Starter does not have a CRM integration. We've designed this to be as easy to launch and use as possible. And a big part of that is avoiding the technical aspect of a CRM integration. For solar businesses that are interested in that deeper, automation that's available through a CRM integration, that is where our legacy Bodhi Pro product exists for that. Then the second FAQ that we've received so far is on the ability for the solar installer to use Bodhi from their mobile device to message customers from inbox. The answer to that question is in the coming days, we'll be releasing an update to Bodhi Starter with a installer side mobile view so that when you're in the field and you have a customer update, easy enough to pull up on your own iPhone and mash that update in there.
Awesome. And we do have our first Q&A from the group today, which is from Kyle Judson. And he asks, can you add different phases to match your workflow? For example, interconnection.
In Bodhi Starter, you're not able to change those fixed milestones. Those are fixed at design, permit, build, inspection, power up. And so what you should do there is just include in the templates, hey, we're waiting for your interconnection approval to come through, or also leverage that what's next field.
Awesome. Hope that answers your question, Kyle. Pants says, what are some of the best tips to encourage customers to engage with the Bodhi app?
Cool. Best tips to encourage customers to engage with the Bodhi app. So what we like to advise on, at least on the sales process, is that the existing sales team should be empowered with your business's app icon installed on their phones. And then during the sales process for the prospect, when that customer is sold on solar, but now the part of the sale is selling the customer on going solar with your business, then the sales rep can at that point pull up Bodhi, demo the project tracker, and then speak to the differentiation that it provides your organization in post-sale support. Should that customer have any follow-up questions after that contract is signed and they work with a business not on Bodhi, you can pull up your competitor's web form or 800 number, versus with Bodhi, you're able to speak to how they'll be able to connect directly to their project manager. You can even speak to how you guys have set that up internally. Then part of that as well is that the homeowner at that point should also be informed or educated that they can earn rewards by generating referrals through Bodhi. And then at that point, it's really good practice to have the sales rep on their own phone demo for the homeowner. Here's how you actually make money by referring your friends through Bodhi. It's really easy. Here's contacts, here's share on Facebook. So in the use case of Bodhi Starter, I think those would probably be the two main opportunities for best practices for your solar customers.
Awesome. And that's a great question too, Pants. So thanks for submitting it. Kyle asks, if you are going to get on Bodhi Starter, can you easily upgrade to Pro?
Yes.
Can you maybe elaborate on what that process looks like, Emmett?
This question came up earlier where it's like, hey, Emmett, suppose I get a whole bunch of customers on Bodhi Starter because I need to message them immediately, but then later on, CRM processes get built out a little bit further. I would like to take advantage of some of these very cool automations. Will there be an easy way to go through a workflow to convert the account from the starter to the Pro account with more buttons, more features, more automations? And the answer is yes. We will have that workflow set up here imminently, but that is, so the goal, so for Starter is the product that we want to be easily deployed, help solar businesses, deliver this amazing digital experience, great customer experience. And then as they continue to, advance or mature, then at that point, hey, we've got Bodhi Pro just waiting for you guys.
Yeah, I feel like one way that I've heard some customers think about it is Bodhi Starter is great for that quick win of upgrading your customer experience. And then Bodhi Pro is great for that long-term engagement and kind of more holistic approach to customer experience that will net you even more positive reviews and referrals in the long term. Well, then, if there are no other questions, and I'll continue to monitor, I think Emmett and I would both just like to say thank you so much again for spending part of your Wednesday with us. We really appreciate it. It's been awesome to answer your questions and show you a little bit more about what's going on at Bodhi and how we think it can support your business. As Emmett said, I know solar businesses are getting slammed with a lot these days, and so we really want to be your partner and make life a little easier for us, and we really appreciate the time. Emmett, anything else to add?
This has been fun. Thanks a lot, Kat.
It has been fun. All right. Thanks, everyone.
For your time and attention this afternoon.
Yeah. And if you have any questions, of course, you can always reach out to us here at Bodhi as well. Emmett, do you want to say your email address maybe in case anyone wants to get in contact?
That's a good tip, Kat. Yes, my email address is emmett@bodhi.solar, EMMETT. It can also be found easily on LinkedIn. Facebook would not be good. Email or LinkedIn.
Awesome. Thanks again, y'all.
Thanks again, everybody.